again. We did the other part of the video. So, all about, the work business, the work environment in England. It's good and it's bad. So, the good part is that I'm not going to shed no light on the fact that, I experienced all of those bad things, because I experienced a little bit compared to what some people experience. I'm not going to lie. I have some good times. I'm still doing, because I'm still a care worker. I have some clients that they're so lovely, when I'm here, I'm doing, like, if I'm doing any tests and stuff, I remember times when I go to work. This is in the community part though, not support living, because I do support living before and I do care worker, so it's kind of a little bit different. It's like in the environment, mostly the care worker. So I would have times when I'm doing any exam or anything I have to do. I have sometimes my clients, they will be like, "Oh, Shania, you studying?" They help me. I remember I'm doing this test about life in the UK. I had to do it to get my stuff started, and I have clients that like constantly remind, "Oh, Shania, you studying, and helping me, and the questions them and stuff." And it's nice. It's really good. And I have clients that just want me to work, and I have colleagues them that really nice. I meet some lovely people, and still meeting people. I meet some lovely people. In this, not this job now, but before I was working at this company, was dominant Asian, but I love it because I met some lovely people. Like the whole lifestyle, Asian lifestyle, I get to learn about these things, and I get to about the food and what they do and the culture. Everything is good up. So it's good. As I said, and you get to know a lot of things, honestly. Like for me, coming from Jamaica, I never know a lot of these things about a whole lot of disability. Just to try to see if I can remember a few. Like, I take care of people with cerebral palsy, I take care of people with MS, I take care of people with mental illness, people who dementia, end of life, people that's on end of life. And I like, all of these areas are very challenging, but I don't know which area I like more. I could say for me, I find that mental health mixed with a bit of, I'm not sure which one, I don't know, but I find a few of them a bit challenging, based on the fact that if you're working with younger people, it's more challenging. With elderly people, it's kind of a bit more, not so much challenging sometimes. And dementia is very challenging sometimes. If you don't know that when a person says something, sometimes you have to understand in dementia that you don't overload the person. Don't, like, for instance, if they're gonna go out today, you don't give them 5-6 different choices of clothes. Based on the weather, you choose 2 sets of clothes. So you give them 2 choices because you don't want to give them too much where they get confused. So in that aspect of dementia persons, and also with like the food and anything, you have to give them just small amount of choices, because you don't want to overload them, because they will get confused. And sometimes when a person get confused, it's based on the fact that they maybe get a lot of things, like you just overload them with a lot of things there, and they get frustrated, and sometimes it can cause them to get aggressive and stuff like that. So yeah, I like those bits about it, and again, it's so nice to, the fact is that you're taking care of people, and then people would just, like, even the family member or people around and stuff, and them themselves, they would be like, oh, I appreciate you, like, you've been doing a good job and whatever, and stuff like that. Because in care working, in England, sometimes the only people these people get to see is you as a worker. Sometimes some of them don't have any family and they don't have anyone, so you are the people that, when you go there, you need to communicate with them. I know sometimes you have workers maybe go and they just want to do their job and go. I understand that we may be on time, because everyone have their set time that you go and finish, do their task and all of that. But in the mix of doing their task, I always try to have a conversation with them. One example, I go to this lady one time, and she always cursing off the other girls when that go there, and she don't make the other girls and do nothing for her. She don't make the other girls and wash her, and she don't keep her pad on. And I remember I went there, and I read her care plan, and when I read her care plan, it said that this lady had mood swing and all of these things, and based on the fact that she was such an independent lady before, because she used to work in the hospital settings, and she used to practically do the same job as me, but in the hospital, and based on, because all of these things change for her, she get a little bit aggressive and all of these things. So I remember I went in, I was talking to her, I'm not going to say her name, but went in, I called her name, I said, hello, how are you, and just chatting, and then she put up her head and she looked at me, and she said, I'm alright, and I introduced myself to her, and I just tried to explain everything to the T that I was doing, tell her that I'm going to change her pad, and we're going to whatever, everything, and she was alright. She never want the other girl to do it, but she was okay with me. So the next day I go back, because I went back to the next day, and I explained to her again, and I introduced myself, and I was just chatting and asking her how, about her life, and about, because you don't get too personal, but because these things are in our care plan, you try to have a conversation around those things. So I was just asking her about, her job, like she used to do before in the hospital, and how was it and whatever. And she gets so excited. It was so beautiful. She gets so excited, and she was chatting to me, and she was like, oh, I miss it, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I understand. I was just chatting. And then at the end of it, I said to her, I'm going to change your pad. And I said to her, I'm asking you, please, can you keep your pad on, because you're going to get wet. And they're going to have to bother you to turn and stuff to change your sheet and clean you and do all of these, change your sheet and stuff. And she said, okay, I will try. And the next day I go back. Her partner said to me, I don't know what you did, but I thank you. So I was like, what happened? He said to me, she kept her pad on. She was so nice and everything. I was like, oh, I'm happy I can help. So those little things for me made me so happy, so, just to wrap it up a little bit, but those are some of the bits of working in the care sector in England. It's good, and it's you're gonna find little bits and bobs of things that you don't like, people being a bit racist to you. I have clients that call me the N-word, and people try to spit on me and all of that, but those are just one or few people. It's not the worst, and you all have to look into yourself and say that these people are someone that's ill, they have something wrong with them, and you're there to help them. So maybe a little bit challenging, but you're there to help. You just have to have it in your mind that you're there to help, and that's what you're gonna do. So yeah, if anyone come to the UK want to get into the care work, try it, because honestly it good for bits and bobs where so you can help your families and friends if anything happen. I know so many things right now about care work, like about before in Jamaica I never know about stoner bag. I know people have bags, and we used to call it the SHIT bag. But I never know what it was called. I never know what a catheter was. I never know how to peg feed. The only thing we don't give injection. You have to be like a nurse to give injection, or doctor. But all of these things, you get to know about different creams, what work, what sores, pressure sores, and all of these things. Like, you get to know so much of these things, which is such a good thing, because at the end of the day, if you have your family, girl, boy, it's good to know you can help out. I know what to do. So just to wrap it up, guys, y'all can try, look into it, whatever, if you're interested in it, and never know, try. I get that's a good benefit out of it, because I got my NVQ out of it. I'm still doing it. I have my level 2 NVQ diploma in care. I don't myself so much that I can't do it, but that's a different story. But I got the out of it and stuff like that. So just try. So this is the end of this part 2 of care work. So y'all just go subscribe, like up my video, and comment and share. Turn on the notification bell, and just tell me why you are here. Ask me any question, okay? I'm crazy here, but you know what to do. So y'all have a good one. Bye bye.